Every once in a while, you go to an event or you go to a show or you buy an album or something happens in your metal sphere that changes the way you look at metal. And I would like to say, after going to see Blood Incantation and Emperor, I am forever a different man, all right? What's going on, guys? Buff Metal Justin here with a review, a concert review of Blood Incantation and Emperor. I thought... Now, let me preface this. Let me back up. I've always liked Blood Incantation. I've never had a problem with them. I know everyone loves hating on them. I've seen them at the start of pretty much every album that they've ever put out. I've been there for, and I've saw them live, and I've seen them tour it. So I've never, hated them. Starspawn, I say, to date, is one of my favorite, death metal albums of all time. I've always really held that sacred because, again, around the time I got into extreme metal... especially looking for deeper cuts and stuff. That was one of the first albums I found, that was out of the mainstream, Cannibal Corpse, Death, blah, blah, blah. And dude, I had great times with it. Me and my friends used to hang out and do all kind of stuff, and listen to, Blood, Starspawn. We had many great times, man. And so I'm always down to see them, I guess, right? And, Emperor, man, what I thought they were going to do was play in the Nightside Eclipse, which, I would have been down with. And that's about all I care for as far as Emperor goes, besides, Wrath of the Titan and the Emperor, the early EPs and stuff like that. I like that side before they start getting a little too full of themselves. So me and my wife packed up the car. We were like, well, why not? Let's go for a ride. The best music we heard all day was on the ride to the show. On the way there, we didn't even listen to metal. We listened to Goblin and, some other, horror soundtracks and shit. And that was 10 times more metal than anything we would hear for the rest of the day. We get out to Worcester, the Palladium in Massachusetts. That's, one of the biggest venues really out here for metal. So, yeah, we get to the Palladium and we're early. So, we've been driving around all day, eating restaurant food. We figured it'd be fun to, make a little day trip out of it, right? Out to a more western part of Massachusetts. So we went to some comic shops and record shops, which started the early disappointment. The first record shop we went to was one of those dad rock record shops. Sorry, not trying to talk shit, but I thought it was going to be promising. When I walked in, I saw some King Diamond, Merciful Fate right off rip, but after that, it was a sea of $15 rock records. Just shit that, dude, I'm there's nothing here for me, And then we went to a comic shop, which was actually wicked sick, where I got my favorite bit of anything that I had bought for the whole day, which was these two, the new Absolute Batmans. Excited to dig into these. Look at how sick that looks. Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about these, so I was like, I'll pick those up. Now, let's go get the metal on, right? Let's go get to the show. We get to the Palladium, and it was all downhill from there. Hipster fest, scully caps, short hair. Dude, so I have never wanted to be the guy who was I don't fuck with X, Y, and Z in metal, because everyone's got their, own tastes and stuff like that, and I don't want to, I'm certainly no authority, dude. As you can tell, I'm still learning too, I am not the guy. My shifts keep my tastes keep changing as time goes on and shit, So we show up, we go in, and, we wait in a merch line for a stupid, there's one person working it. We wait for so long, dude. It's just what the fuck, And, dude, it was just hipster central. I don't know how else to describe it. Yeah, there were metal-looking people, I guess, but it wasn't I wasn't looking around seeing shirts that I was oh, sick, look at that, look at it. It was super generic everything, no, I wasn't shocked to see, put it this way, anything that I had saw. There was no cool, oh shit, look at that guy's shirt or anything. It was just okay, and there was a lot of people, man. There was a surprisingly large amount of people at this show, and again, man, I've been having a black metal winter, I've been saying. If you've been watching my videos, you know the deal, I've just been listening to a ton of black metal this winter, and it's all been really cool. Watching some of that, listening to a bunch of the old classics, Dark Throne, and, anyways, some of the Norwegian stuff. I was how do I not see Emperor, right? Is the point of what I'm trying to say. So we go get a spot after not buying anything, because the one shirt that was kind of cool was sold out, and honestly, man, I was just so we find a spot in the crowd, and Blood Incantation comes on. And dude, like, it was just a cringe fest. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, dude. I don't want to admit it, and I don't like talking shit about stuff. And, I'm not trying to pander to my audience, which keeps telling me, too. This is why I almost don't want to make this video, but everyone keeps telling me, Blood Incantation sucks, bro. How do you listen? I'm like, I've been a defender, This is Buff Metal second-guessing himself here, which I don't like, I like keeping an open mind over anything, right? But I don't like going back on stuff. I usually feel like my tastes are pretty, in stone a lot of the time, and I don't know, I guess I was just proven so wrong. They started playing the damn Absolute Elsewhere album front to back once again. This is the second time I've seen it now, man, and dude, I literally cannot stand it. I tried liking it when it came out. I was like, you know what? I've followed them up to this point, and I've kind of liked what they've done, I don't think they ever really did better than Starspawn. If I'm really being honest, when they dropped Hidden History, I was like, you know what I mean? I was like, I think it's good. All right. It's like, all right. And everyone was like, this is the greatest shit ever. And I was like, I want to like it more than I do. There's some cool moments on it. Actually, it's one of those albums I like the ambient track on. And that's about all I liked. And I love the video for the ambient track, which is like this 2000 space thing. I thought it was really cool. But, dude, holy God, good goddamn, all these people headbanging to music that's not even like remotely headbangable. Dude, it was cringe as fuck. I'm looking at my wife. My wife does not listen to metal whatsoever, has no opinions on it, right? And she's just kind of like trying to buy in. I see it. And it's like, there's something that's just like, why are you calling this death metal? Why is this supposed to be death metal? Like, maybe it's the fact that I've been like hammering war metal and like all this, like, Hideous Manglius and some of the, the Hell's Headbanger shit. I've been loving all that the past, year or two. I cannot for the life of me understand why Blood Incantation is considered, I don't even know why they play death metal. After Starspawn, they should have just been a different band. They should have just channeled into something else and went on to do like ambient, Tangerine Orange shit. Because, dude, it was just whack, dude. It was whack as fuck. Sometimes, too, like, I could tell you, like, specifics, like, I mean, songs, like, just the long Pink Floyd passages and stuff, but, like, it's just more of the vibe, dude. Like, the vibe just wasn't there. And watching all these people trying to, like, convinced that they're into it, I was like, haven't you guys seen, like, I don't know, like better shit than this? Like, dude, I don't. There was just nothing to headbang to. There was no reason to be headbanging to Blood Incantation. Like, dude, it just sucked. I don't know. And this is like I said, I've listened to the album a ton, and Absolute Elsewhere, that is, and I've seen it now twice, and it was awful, and it sucks, dude. I actually met Blood Incantation one time, again when they dropped Hidden History. And it was at a record shop, and I thought it was them, but I didn't know at the time, because again, they were still kind of newer at that point-ish. But I remember just going to Morris, the guitar player, going, yo, Blood? And he went like this to me. He was like, and just kind of walked away. I was like, oh, all right, cool, But then I saw Paul and the bass player outside, talked to them about doing, mushrooms and stuff like that, and had a good conversation. And so, again, man, I take no pleasure in shitting on the set or anything, but I'm just like, guys, put it this way, if someone was to throw on reggae in the middle of it, those people still would have been headbanging along to it, And then, we got to the Emperor set. That was just like, what the fuck at that point? Now, not to say it's dead, right? Because when I saw Judas Priest, it was one of the best things I'd ever seen, one of the best concerts I'd ever been to. But Sabaton opened, and that was one of the biggest cringe fests I'd ever seen. I just thought that band was terrible. So, I didn't want to write Emperor off. But, they get on, they play the first track off of In the Nightside Eclipse, and I get jazzed up, ready to listen to this album I've always dug. I don't dig Anthems to Welkin at Dusk or Equilibrium or whatever else after that. Those albums I'm just all set with. And what do they do after the first track? They start playing songs from Anthems and all the other shit, and I'm like, oh, no, I was wrong. This is not the In the Nightside Eclipse show. I couldn't take it. I looked at my wife. I was like, you know what? You loving this? And she's just like, the fuck? No. You know? It was like, dude, it was just like lame. It was so fucking lame, dude. I'm sorry. Guess what? Emperor, you're mad good musicians. The Purple Telecaster, mad cool. You're very skilled. I don't care, okay? Like, dude, like, it's not fun, damn it. It was a fucking pretentious, boring, just a bunch of shit I just don't care to see. I had more fun at that festival that I had shot, the super underground one. I made a video on it, the, what was it, Winter Warzone Fest, you know? Like, and those bands were, like, some of them were core tinged, you know what I mean? And I thought those were better and more fun than Blood Incantation or fucking Emperor. Like, dude, I'm sorry, man. That was like, there are dudes like, it was a bunch of IPA bros, right? And fucking like, just hipsters, dude. It was a hipster fest. There were dudes in tie-dye. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like looking around. Again, I don't like judging people, man. That's really, I leave that to the other metal YouTubers who are way more pure and into the shit. But holy fuck, dude. Every once in a while, you see some shit and you're just like, oh, yeah. So, I don't know. My endorsement of Blood Incantation, I am revoking. I'm sorry. Like, dude, I can't endorse that shit anymore, dude. I'm sorry. I can't believe I liked it for as long as I did. And I'll always love Starspawn, man. Again, but that's almost beyond Blood Incantation. That's just because it's one of those albums, like I said, me and my friends used to trip out to and stuff, you know, and we had a great time with it. So I'll hold that dear to heart, but that band is that cool underground band that I met all those years ago, and you acted like long gone, dead. It's not the same thing. This is hipster metal, and I don't really have anything else positive to say, so I will shut up. Other than that, man, you know, like, fucking A, I'm just gonna, I'll say it here. I think I'm going to Dead by Dog 2. I'll just be looking forward to that. Today, it's funny. I was so bummed out by this whole shit. I just woke up and I was like, I need to feel good about seeing live music again, you know, seeing live metal. So yeah, I woke up and started playing, you know, some stuff that's going to be played at Dead by Dog 2. Cause me and my wife we're locking in on it. We're going to be there. So anyways, guys, yeah, fuck yeah. I'd love to know what you guys think. Do you guys fuck with Blood Incantation? Do you fuck with Emperor? Have you ever had this reaction to, you know, seeing a live performance that makes you go, like, throw up in your mouth a bit and go, oh, what the fuck, dude? Because that's the reaction I had, you know. Not metal at all. No diggy. Anyways, thanks for listening to my rant, guys. That's the end of that, you know. So, fucking A, dude. Let me know. Peace.